Alright, YouTube, this is the match you've been waiting for. Maybe you didn't know it's the match you've been waiting for, but it's the match you're gonna get. It's Tokido versus Daigo, a classic battle. You might be a little bit surprised as to the character that Tokido is picking. It is BALROG, named M. Bison in Japan. From what I've heard, Tokido picked him up in May, and Japan thinks very highly of Balrog as a character. He picks the cheap stuff. This is what Japan thinks is the cheap stuff, and he picked it against Guile Daigo 2 in a match that is very important, so we'll see how it goes. This is at Street Fighter League Japan for their team's 2-point match. It's a first to 3.
I do believe this is an advantage matchup for Boxer, so let's see how this goes.
We do see the V skill 1 coming from the side. That is the
All right.
albatross to get past the fireballs.
Tokido leaned in real close.
Trigger 2 to give
I thought that was just a
himself
picture of
command
Daigo
grab.
at the top, but it's not apparently.
Yeah, there's definitely a different style when it
I
comes
think he
to
could have gotten a
Pugera,
flash
which
kick
is,
after the light punch.
Pugera
I'm
doesn't
not sure if
really
he just
play
didn't have the
V-skill
charge.
one, but this should be, V-skill should be
But
the
Tokido
correct,
oppressing
for this matchup.
Daigo so far in the
And
corner.
so far, the coupling
Optimal. You
conversion
can expect Tokido to be optimal with any character he
crispy
plays.
from Tokido.
If it's not like day
doesn't
one
look
of
like
him
he
playing the
just played his
character,
character.
he is going to be
He
optimal
absolutely
in terms of
sick
combos,
right now.
setups. Like he puts in so many hours in the game, and that's like the first thing you polish with the character. So he's definitely going to be optimal with Balrog.
We saw that there's the KKB.
There you go. You can't throw boom
Oh, he's
easily
actually
with
using
shot
V
of
skill
Daigo's
1
body,
V trigger
throwing
2,
sonic boom right there,
which
you know what?
is different
Tokido
than
has a character
Pugera,
that
who
can
uses V skill 2 V
buttons
trigger
against. There
1.
you go, we see it
I
again.
think it makes sense in the Guile matchup,
Play
the
from
V skill
Tokido, the
1 to go
strategy is
through the
looking so
sonic
well.
boom, and I'm sure Tokido has been training specifically for Guile with his boxer as a pick.
Execution error. We'll see it for Tokido right here, and doesn't need it. He didn't
I feel
wear
like
the
this is
escape.
just
I don't
very
think that's-
convincing so
was
far
a
because
mistake right there.
Tokido just gets
You know,
Daigo to the
he's
corner
forcing his way
and does
in with the
damage.
V-skill.
Like this round,
Almost
Daigo
getting
hasn't
saved.
gotten
This is
anything
almost guaranteed
started.
checkmate right here.
Like he's gotten 50% life
think
off,
this
but it hasn't been
KKB
like real damage from combos or anything. Just like little chip damage, but Tokido was the one that actually pressured Daigo and got him to the corner.
Yeah, that reaction from
And
Tokido,
he didn't
I've
really
never
leave like the
seen
right
Tokido
half side of the
playing a
screen. I
boxer
wonder if
stable
Daigo
when it
was
comes to the matchup-wise.
expecting this pick.
Interesting so far.
I
like
would
the
think
preparation
he
from
was.
Tokido.
Like, we might be surprised by it because we don't follow Tokido that much. You know, he streams in Japanese, so people don't really watch his streams. But I would assume the Japanese community knows Tokido has a Balrog and that he's been practicing it for Guile, so Daigo would probably be a little bit prepared. But this might be his first time playing against it. Nice combo. That's kind of hard to do. And Daigo and Tokido both have super. That could be into death right there. No meter even needed.
Doesn't matter. Miss one come from, we got a second one.
And Tokido's looking very in control right here as he's one game up. A round up as well.
Because that's still a guessing situation. If
In
Daigo
this
happens
first
to
of
block
3.
into the activation, right, because of EX flash kick being a threat.
That round was like the first that Daigo had kind of taken any kind of screen control. But right here, this round, Tokido's just right back in control. And it's because of that V-skill 1 from Balrog, right? Guile's game plan, throw those sonic booms. But if you have a V-skill that literally just goes through it, it's just not, like Guile has to switch it up a little bit. And that's why Tokido is standing at like this perfect range where he can react easily to the boom. Daigo looking for the crush counter there on the back fierce, doesn't get it, it's a regular hit instead. I think Tokido isn't familiar enough with the boom spacings, so he's just kind of like spamming V-skill when he sees a boom. But some of them are different speeds, so he doesn't get the V-skill through. But that's about to be chipped. But he can't actually do it because Guile has V reversal.
There you go. Look at
If he went for dash punch super, Guile would have gotten the V reversal. So I think Tokido and Daigo both realized that, so he didn't do it immediately.
He does have a smile on his face, but I feel like it's more of like a confusion, a confused smile. Like, where did this come from? Did we not do research on
Oh
this?
man. Daigo just started the round doing nothing and didn't check the dash.
That is a big exchange. Not too bad
And
for
yeah,
Tokido.
I think this
Keeps
just
Daigo locked in the
shows
corner, although the damage output
how
definitely in Guile's
good
favor on that exchange.
Balrog's V-Skill 1 is in this matchup
Going into it.
if you use it the right way. Because even from that far, it was able to punish Guile's Sonic Boom. Gets an overhead too. Tokido gets a switch it up. Throw back throw right back into the corner too. Daigo just thought he finally got out of pressure, and then, oh my god, the back throw right back into the corner. V-Skill again. Like, Tokido clearly just has a strategy for this, and Daigo doesn't. And I can't really see Daigo making an adaptation right here, because Tokido's strategy right here just seems so rock solid to me. Just V-Skill the boom, keep him in the corner. Like, just, he has Guile in the corner right now, just keep him there, press some buttons, make sure he doesn't jump over. If he throws a boom, you just V-Skill again. Anti-air. I think if Daigo, you know, goes back to the lab, he can figure something out, use his buttons a little more than booms. That'll probably be his strategy, but yeah, he's not going to get it in this match. 3-0? I didn't know this was a result. I didn't know that Tokido beat Daigo 3-0 with Balrog. But after seeing, like, the first game even, you could kind of tell that's how this was going to go. It's just a clear strategy difference, right? That Tokido had a strategy that worked and beat the strategy that Daigo was doing. So maybe Daigo could get a couple hits. But if the strategy just doesn't make sense on the side of Guile, like Daigo wants to be throwing booms, but it's just completely negated, there's no way that Daigo wins that without thinking about that a little bit more carefully. So props to Tokido. He had a good strategy. He prepared a Balrog, played him a lot to get him to this point. It can't have taken, it can't have been too easy, you know, learning a new character from basically nothing. Like, he had no Balrog experience until like 5 months ago, I don't think. And then he's learned the character in that amount of time at this level to beat Daigo's Guile, strongest Guile, arguably, and in such a high stakes match. So Tokido's Balrog might be a thing now, everyone. So make sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube. Comment what you think of Tokido's Balrog. I thought it was pretty solid. I'd like to know what the rest of you thought as well.